Linescope Lite is the solution for traders who are tired of manually drawing and managing support and resistance levels every single day. This indicator automatically tracks and manages the most critical trading levels while instantly invalidating levels once they are broken, keeping your charts clean, accurate, and always up to date. What makes Linescope Lite unique is its ability to visualize the most reactive levels created by price action, VWAP, volume profile, and market profile from the previous days. The indicator shows the most efficient and responsible levels you could ever draw on your charts, with smart notifications that alert you when levels are tested, and most of all, the master-slave functionality that mirrors levels across multiple charts. Linescope Lite eliminates hours of daily preparation work while ensuring consistency and precision. You will never miss a critical level again, delivering 100% accuracy every moment of every trading day. I will demonstrate how Linescope works using this crude oil chart from today and yesterday. You will notice that yesterday's low was created near the level marked as WVAL, which stands for Value Area Low according to VWAP. When price approached this level, it responded with a bounce and began forming an uptrend. On the opposite side, crude oil created yesterday's high because it reached to a PhD level, meaning previous high daily. Once again, price approached this level, responded with a rejection, turned around, and continued downward. Today you can see a beautiful reaction where price moved to this level and bounced off perfectly. This is another one of automatically generated levels, marked as Value Area Low according to volume profile. The W indicates VWAP, while a single V represents volume profile. You might have noticed that this chart begins at a specific point, meaning we don't see previous day's highs or the VWAP value area here. So how does Linescope solve this limitation? Linescope uses a master-slave system. Let me add this 30-minute chart to demonstrate it. Here we can see all the levels clearly. This is the previous day's high that crude oil reacted to yesterday. Below, we have a cluster of several important levels, including POC by volume profile, POC by market profile, and VAL according to VWAP. When price reached the VWAP-VAL level, it responded perfectly. Also, notice how Linescope renders these blue zones rather than just simple lines. This one shows a selling tail according to market profile, while this one displays a buying tail, signs of a previous strong rejection. We can expect that when price enters these upper areas, it may respond again because we have yesterday's high in confluence of value area high from volume profile. Similarly, when price moves into these lower zones, reactions are likely since we have a buying tail from market profile and the previous daily low. All these levels automatically appear on the right chart, which demonstrates one of Linescope's main advantages. On the left, I have a 30-minute chart loading 10 days of history, though I could extend this to 50 days if needed. This means all the levels from the previous 50 days that haven't been tested yet will appear and automatically synchronize to the right chart, even though it only shows 2 days of history. I could reduce this to just 1 day of data and still see how many levels exist above price, how far they extend, and how many levels lie below. This is the power of Linescope. The left chart runs the master version where levels are calculated, while the right side can display any lower time frame. Let me switch to extremely fast range 6 bars. Even though this right chart shows range bars with 1-day history, all calculations come from the left master chart and reflect perfectly on the right. Now let's explore the settings to see which levels Linescope can display. In the Indicators panel, I will open Linescope Lite to show you the available options. We have a section for previous periods, specifically daily levels. Below that are intraday levels. When I activate these, today's levels immediately appear on the chart. These represent levels from previous day, and here are today's. For example, I can see today's high, Europe's low, and today's low. Here is Asia low and Asia's high, among others. I can also enable today's initial balance and individual session displayed separately. Here's the Asian session, European session, and American session. All these values can be edited directly here. All fields are editable and 100% customizable. For instance, if I set the Asian session to end at 8 o'clock, the rectangle's endpoint will adjust accordingly. Clicking on daily levels reveals all the individual options. Linescope automatically monitors and maintains every one of these levels. It tracks buying and selling tails from market profile, monitors price action levels including open, high, low and close from previous days, and watches VWAP levels including POC, VAH, and VAL. It also monitors volume profile levels plus market profile levels with the same POC, VAH, and VAL designations. If you don't like the default labeling system, you can customize it. For example, here we have VAL by daily market profile, but I can change this TVALD label directly in the text box to markprof VAL. The label on the chart updates immediately. Similarly, if I have VAH according to volume profile and want to change this designation, I can modify it to volprof VAH, and the chart inscription updates instantly. There's also an intelligent feature where multiple levels at the same price will merge their labels to prevent overlap and maintain chart clarity. Here's another example showing POC according to market profile and VAL according to VWAP on the same level. The levels merge automatically, keeping the chart clean and readable. You can also modify line styles and thickness, which I will demonstrate shortly. Next to each level, you can activate notifications to receive audio alerts and information window when the price returns to these levels. The setup is straightforward and clearly organized within the appropriate level settings. Moving to intraday levels, we monitor today's high and low as continuously updating lines. We also track highs and lows for Asia, Europe, and America sessions individually. Linescope monitors equal highs and equal lows as well. If two candles share identical highs or lows on the chart, equal low markers would appear here. Since we don't have any equal highs or equal lows currently, nothing displays. We also show today's current buying and selling tails, areas where price reacted strongly with rejection and reversal. While yesterday's selling tail was created here, today's buying tail formed in this location, and price may react to it again later. Another valuable feature is the initial balance high and initial balance low for the current day. When I activate this level, IBH and IBL appear on the chart along with their multiples, which price often responds to throughout the trading session. Here's the basic initial balance with IBH and IBL, plus multiples at 50%, 100%, 150%, 200% and beyond. Notice how price responded to this 200% level today, turned around and continued downward. In the settings, I can choose whether to display these multiples or not. I can also toggle broken levels on or off. Broken levels remain visible until the end of the current day, because price might respond to a level during the Asian session, then test that same level again during the American session. Therefore, it's beneficial to keep these lines visible even after they have been tested, at least for the remainder of that trading day. Now we reach Linescope's most impressive feature, synchronization. Let me change the instrument to the S&P 500. I will remove Linescope Lite slave from the indicators and also change the left chart to S&P 500. All the existing levels appear instantly as I load 50 days of history. You can see this took only a fraction of a second. These are all the untested levels from the S&P 500 that were created in the past but haven't been reached yet. Let me load even longer history, 100 days, to include levels from the all-time high on ES. There's that significant cluster of levels. The left chart now shows all levels since the all-time high, while the right displays a Renko 6 chart with only 1 day of history. Now I will add Linescope Lite slave to the right chart and activate synchronization using my MyKeyCL synchronization key on the left. Watch how all levels appear on the right chart, including that crucial cluster from the all-time high, even though this chart only has 1 day of history loaded. Notice that levels display slightly differently now. Since I'm not extending the levels currently, let me go back to the indicators, click on Linescope slave and turn on Extend Lines. Now the lines extend across the entire chart. Here you can see examples of how the system merges labels to prevent overlapping text. I currently have both daily and intraday levels active, so naturally there are some overlaps. Linescope can display vast number of levels simultaneously. Here I see a selling tail, another selling tail here, VAH according to volume profile, VAH according to VWAP, POC according to volume profile, and untested VAH by market profile. Linescope's advantage lies in its ability to manage valid, untested levels automatically. You can customize color for individual levels easily. When I open daily levels and want to change the color for TVAH daily, I simply select a new color at the appropriate level. The line color updates immediately. As I mentioned, this is VAH according to market profile, and I can change the label here as well. Updates appear not only on the left master chart, but also on the right slave chart. I can adjust font size, modify names, and activate notifications all from this interface. All lines are drawn with 1 pixel thickness, only to keep charts as clean as possible. Even with numerous lines displayed, the chart remains perfectly readable. 1 pixel creates the finest possible lines, though user can certainly adjust thickness. For example, if I want to make today's levels more prominent, I can elegantly change their thickness to 2 pixels. Now on the right chart, all daily lines display with 2 pixel thickness. This way, I have daily levels and 1 pixel thickness, like these lines here, while intraday levels use 4 pixel width for better distinction. I've poured all my knowledge from 8 years of trading into creating Linescope. This indicator forms the core of my personal trading strategy, and I use it every single day in my own trading. I've invested enormous amount of time making everything as intuitive, comfortable, and readable as possible, ensuring that every detail serves the trader's needs. I genuinely hope Linescope brings you the same success and clarity it has brought to my trading journey.